Hello you awesome YouTubers, welcome to my channel. If you have watched my channel before, you'll probably have heard a ticking noise in my helmet, something like this. And if you have been watching my previous videos, you'll know that it's the Indimate digital indicator reminder device. At this point, I think I should point out that it's not a paid promotion I'm doing, or review. Yes, I have been sent the Series 2 Indimate as a thank you for the mentions I've made relating to the Series 1, but the choice of doing this installation video as review is totally mine and by way of thank you to Indimate. I'm not saying it's going to be a good presentation, but hopefully you will get a good idea of how to fit the actual device. As you may have guessed by my enthusiasm in previous videos, I'm very impressed with this system, and for me, someone who keeps forgetting about his indicators, it's a lifesaver. So I'm going to take my bike seat off, take off the Series 1 and do a full installation of the Series 2, then I'll take it on the road and give it a good test. In the box you'll find the actual unit, I'll explain more about that in a bit, two small cable ties, a double-sided sticky pad, and an instruction manual with the QR code for the app, which I'll go through later. So a quick run through the specs. The Series 1 has a plastic casing, but the Series 2 is a custom designed nylon hard shell which houses the components such as Bluetooth and pulse recognition from the indicators. The installation is a direct-to-device connection, which should take roughly around 5 minutes. However, on top of that, add the removal of the seat, the battery, and other faffing around that you do. You can probably triple that. I would say that an open-ended battery connection like the Series 1 would be better for me, as it would have saved a lot of faffing around having to take out the bolts and then try and get them back in again, which for big fingers is a bit fiddly. Compared to the Series 1, it's a significantly improved wireless range and reliability. This is an essential improvement, as before I did occasionally lose the indicator warning. The hardware is a Generation 2 hardware, which unlike the Series 1 is future-proof and ready for software upgrades. So onto the installation. I'm not a motorbike electrician or mechanic, so bear with me. And in advance, sorry about some of the framing, it's a bit wanting in places. Okay, so I've taken the liberty of taking the seat off and the old Indimate that I had on before off, which is this one here. So the new one is ready to go on, and it really is such a simple process. I mean, it's just taken me 1 minute to take off the old one. Let's put those up there. I'll drop one. So, and there's the new one. And this won't take long to put on at all, I shouldn't think. In fact, the longest thing will be taping it off. Okay, so the component parts, you've got the actual, where are we? I can't find it. Here we are. Get some light on it. There we are. So we've got the actual sender box that goes to your phone. And we have 4 wires, 2 of which are battery wires, the red and the black. I don't need to tell you how to put them on. Normal configuration with a fuse halfway on the live wire. And the other 2 wires are the ones that connect to your indicator wires. Now for this bike, for the Classic 350, I've chosen the rear indicator wires. They were a beggar to find, but I eventually tracked them down with help from Indimate. I tracked them down to these just under the seat here. And let me just I don't know if I'll bother taking them off, to be honest. Oh, there we go. Right, so you can see we have the green one there, and underneath here somewhere, there it is. Come on, you little beggar. Very, very fiddly. I didn't want to cut too much of the plastic off. That sounds Russian. Oh, plastic off. No, Mr. Bond, I want you to die. So we've got the brown there and the green there. That took a lot of tracking down. I had to download the schematics for the wiring, and eventually I traced back the wires for there. Now at this stage, it doesn't matter
which one of these wires here goes on which wire there. And it's a very simple process. No wire splicing needed. It's a pin. Let's see if I can get this right. Oops, I've just gone black. There we are. So it's just a pin connector, and that's the other half of it there. I hope this is in focus. And quite literally, you just take one of those two wires, put the grey bit on first, so it straddles it. I'm going to try and get the same hole I made before. I don't want to make too many holes. Come on. Over we go. There we go. I hope you're getting this. There we go. And then put the actual red piece in. Oops, looks shaking like a blooming leaf here. And screw them together. It is so hot today, it really is. Screw them together all the way down. There we go, that's all the way in. And the same with the other one, onto the other indicator wire, which as you can see is there. You can see I've used it before. So grey piece on first. Here we go, come on, only get fiddly little bloods. It's not fiddly, it's just my big fat fingers. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, come on. Come on, don't be afraid. There. And the same process again. Put the red on, screw it down. And voila. That's them connected. I'll tape them. Oh shoot. That's what we didn't want. So off with that. Off with this head, unscrew that bit, wire in. So if you do pull the wire out like I just did, simple process, put them in and then screw that down on top and it's secure again. Right, let's try that again, shall we? As you can tell, I am no motorbike mechanic or wiring expert. So this, for me, is a complete unknown, and it's just because I got help from Indimate when I phoned them up, a lot of help, and oops, I hope we'll... So now that's done, I can now put the battery wires on. Ooh. Sweating like a kahuna here. So that's the battery and all the accoutrements put back in. I've now got to find somewhere for the main sender unit. So I have somewhere, I had it here just now, where's that gone? A double sticky back, there it is. Double sticky back. So we'll put it up that way. And voila. And now it does say don't put it on anything metal. Thankfully, although the outer casing is metal, the top bit is plastic, so I think the perfect place for it is tucked in there. And all the wires tucked in, and I could have put them under there. Stupid boy. Give me a sec. Right, finally I got there. So I'm going to tape them up now. I won't show you that, that's fairly simple. I said fairly simple then, didn't I? It is, but no doubt I'll make it more difficult. So, back in a sec. So, there it is, all wired up, under the seat. It's a bit snug in there, but hey, it always was. There we go, and voila. So it's just to put the seat on. Ooh. And then this afternoon I'm going to take it for a ride. I didn't make that look simple, but it is. In fact, let's give it a try. Let's give it a try on my phone. So you will need to start it up And on your phone, can't see because of the blooming light in there. Let's get a shadow on it. There we are. So Indimate, and you'll get this while it searches for it. I hope it does. I hope you can turn the indicator on. There we go. And so you can hear it. So at the moment I've got the left indicator on and it shows the left arrow there. Go right, shows the right arrow there. Now in my helmet it'll be different. If I'm going left, it'll sound off in the left ear. If I'm going right, it'll sound off in the right ear. And that's as simple as it gets. Turn it off, boom. So, obviously I haven't got my helmet on at the moment, so it's going off on the phone. When I put my helmet on and connect up the audio device, it'll be a different story. So, I can't go out at the moment. I've got my tracksuit on, so I'm going to pack up, park the bike up for a bit, have some lunch, and then I'll head out. Unfortunately, the camera mount has just snapped, so I can't do anything on the move, but hopefully you'll be able to hear as soon as it kicks in. Let's just make sure I've actually got it on. No, I haven't got it on, that's why. So on your phone, I don't know if you can see this, turn on, there we go, it's all filled up, turn the volume up, there we go. So that's on the left, and it then transfers over to the right. It really is as simple as that, and it's really an annoying sound, so you don't forget to turn your indicators off. That's as simple as it gets. So that was the kind of how-to. Also this week I fitted two things. I fitted myself a nice little clock there. There's one built into the display there using the changer on the handlebar there. And I also fitted a touring seat because after my little jaunt to Cheddar Gorge and my sore bottom, I thought it best. So there we go, that's all I got for you this week. Hope you found it interesting, and maybe might even get you incentive to buy an Indimate indicator warning. I think it's a godsend, I really do. Anyway, until next time, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you then.